and welcome to the stream. My name is CaptDaf, and this morning it's time for something a bit different. I am playing the Fidelio Incident, which I have not played before, do not know a lot about. It was on my Steam wishlist, so I knew that I'd had some interest in it at some point. It was probably a while ago. And I'm like, yeah, cool, okay, let's put this one down. Good morning, Ash. Welcome to the stream. It is 10 a.m. here in Melbourne, which means it is 3 p.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. Eastern. Saturday night for you, Sunday morning for me. It's the second half of my weekend. But, you know, when you don't have a job, it's not really a weekend. Okay. The Fidelio Incident, I can't remember much about it at all, actually. I am not too bad, thanks, Ash. We had gaming yesterday, which was relatively fun. Board gaming in the city at one of the pubs in town. Goes from 12 to 8 these days. And oh yeah, they really want to kick us out at 8, and that's fine. All right, the Fidelio Incident is a plane crash. And I got to play some cool games and catch up with some people and stuff like that. So that's always a good time. I spent a lot of time other than that yesterday, not doing things I should be doing, like printing things out and auditioning for jobs. Good morning, Mr. B. Yeah. So it has sort of mixed but also very positive reviews, which is weird. It has very positive reviews, but then the recent ones are mixed. So we'll see what happens. There'll be a weird thing. There'll be some time of weirdness. While I need to rearrange the windows in OBS and everything like that, and I probably haven't. Let's see. Do I want this one? It still says changeling here. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna want that one. Well, why can't I use this one even though it's for Skyrim? I can use this one even though it's for Skyrim. I've put in a thing here and everything. Yes. Yes, Windows Firewall, please let this game run, for crying out loud. Okay, it's looking for Turing test, but I can turn that into the Fidelio Incident. I really enjoyed Turing test. Turing test was great. Okay, Unreal Engine. It's doing that thing where it's pushing everything across. Okay, that's really bad resolution. Is it showing up at all on the screen? It is, okay. Fucking options. Video. Yeah, no, not this resolution. Oh, seriously? It doesn't... Wait, hang on, there it is. Okay, apply. Oh, thank goodness. It was just flickering green, and it shoved everything on my second monitor over. Yep, audio is a bit loud. I'm going to ditch that. And subtitles. Hasn't seemed to have changed the volume at all. I'm not really noticing a change in the volume. It's no different. I mean, If you bother to put in volume controls in your game, make sure they fucking work. I mean, seriously. Seriously? I applied it. I applied the fuck out of it. Run is right mouse button. Okay. Okay, is that any better? I've dropped the audio volume in OBS because apparently the game can't be trusted with its own controls. Just really disappointing, Fidelio Incident. But here we are, we're in a plane.
Jesus.
Well, that's just a little turbulent. Why are you so nervous, love?
I don't know. I didn't sleep well last night.
Oh, it's been a while since you...
It's nothing. I'll be fine. Just make sure that cargo's secure.
Everything looks fine back here. Things are shifting a little, but...
Damn it!
All right, that was quite a belt. Let's get our minds on something else. You ever still think about Ireland?
It's 30 years since I've been there, Leonor. I don't remember anything.
Don't be daft. Tell me a story about when you were a little boy.
All right. Did I ever tell you about the time I stole a box of sweets?
No, you haven't.
It's not really a story about Ireland.
7 or 8. I was at the corner store with me Dan. He gave me enough money for 1 box. But I thought, wouldn't it be grand to get the box for him instead?
Oh, that's sweet.
Well, I'm not so sure. I think I'd done something at the time and was trying to make up for it. But as much as I wanted to give him the sweets, I still wanted some, you know? So I bought the one and pocketed the other.
Oh, no.
And just as soon as I paid a man, I turned around and saw me dad. Just staring at me.
Oh, no. Did he know what you done? Or did you get away with it?
Well, that's the thing.
We never find out.
Shit!
Oh my God! Stanley!
Put your
Stanley,
seatbelt
look!
on!
The left engine's on fire!
No. Oh, Christ, this isn't good.
Stanley, what's happening?
Hold down, love, okay? I need you to hold on. Get in the brace position.
Going down.
Leonor!
Stanley!
It sounds like maybe now that the game started it cares about the volume controls. Because I'm not hearing much music at all. Yeah, them birds. Gotta watch out for them birds while you're flying. It's like, well, I was thinking, well, maybe if you were, concentrating on your job instead of telling a funny story. But they're hard to spot coming in at that speed.
The plane.
Look, boss, the plane.
Leno.
Alright.
Where?
Oh, wow. The mouse sensitivity is, I thought the mouse sensitivity was low, and it is, not, it turns out. It's quite high for turning. Well, there's part of the plane. Here's some of the rest of the plane. Plane is on fire. Can I jump? No, I can't jump. Ugh. I can at least strafe, that's something. Seriously, Mr. B?
Leonor. Where are you, love?
I've had a lot of troubles reinstalling some particular applications and needed to use like administrative
There.
version
My
of
plane.
command prompt.
Fuck! Jesus Christ!
Oh, I guess part of the engine just exploded.
Oh God. No. Leonor!
In the other half of the plane, which is not with us. Get this cargo fire out. Oh, we've got a sat phone.
Leonor?
Stanley?
Leonor, yes, it's Stanley.
Stanley? Are you there?
I can hear you, love.
Oh,
I'm
there's
here.
our chair.
Picked up. Christ, I hope you can hear me.
Fucking mobile's broken. She can't hear me.
I'm still in the plane. Or part of the plane.
Yeah, we saw that before we went over the cliff. We saw her looking at us.
Stanley, I don't know where I am, but I can't see you, but there's smoke. There's black smoke, and see?
Lena. Black smoke. She's still alive. Pull it together, Stanley.
Okay, well
Do
there's...
what needs to be done.
Oh. 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 Yeah. Iceland. 8 years ago. Yeah. Okay. I think I might know what happened in Iceland 8 years ago. See this smoke? See this mountain with smoke coming out of it? Yeah. That's not a mountain. That's a volcano. Okay, so she could see that from anywhere, but I guess we're meant to go this way because it's a computer game. Yeah, Mr. B, the volcano. What is... As I'm standing here, my monitor's getting frosted.
Steam. This is good.
Oh, the steam clears
To
my
stay
monitor.
warm.
Okay. Okay. Alright. I suppose there's a... Oh, the mouse... The mouse speed in the game is so fast, but in the menus is so slow. That isn't what I wanted actually, but that's... See here it works. Louder, softer. Works much better here. But I've already gone to the trouble of fixing that. So. Alright, so I think we need to run from steam vent to steam vent, which we're being told about running. And having to keep warm.
So cold.
Can I get up here? Can. Okay, so anything that's on fire counts as well. So we can get over to here.
What is this?
I was afraid of this. I knew from the moment I saw Stanley clutching that tiny body in his arms that the nightmares would come back. They're worse than ever. I can feel Stanley's heart breaking with every shuddering breath. I heard him say, "Don't go." Is he talking to me? I'll never leave him.
Okay. So we got part 1 of her journal from 4 years earlier, and apparently our baby died. Or our cat, I suppose. Ooh, a cave. Yeah, let's go into the cave. Looking like a cave sort of thing.
It's too dark. If I get lost in there, I'll never get out.
Alright. I need to make a torch. No idea. I doubt it's true at all. It might be, but I'm not even sure it's based on a true story. Alright, here's a steam vent. Okay. Going around here. Here's some more journal. Oh, it's a map!
So many islands. Even I'm not sure which one we're on.
Well, I mean, we're probably on this one, right? I don't know.
Ah! Need to find another way.
What? Oh, the jellyfish sting you? Really? Alright. That jellyfish. Okay. Yeah, okay, we can't go that way. Fine. Alright, whatevs. Which is really annoying, because look, there's stairs here and everything. So they're very pretty with the light beams, but yeah.
The manifest. We should have landed hours ago. They'll have to know we're missing. Send out a search party.
Apparently I was meant to find this one earlier. That's fine. Why is the date of departure listed under the airport of offloading? I mean, seriously. Well, we can go down at least. Can't jump.
All right. Better get moving.
It was just moving. A soccer ball. get up that way. Well, this is where we, yeah, this is where we started. This is our plane crash. Yeah, I didn't think it was a true story. Thanks, Ash. I'm gonna backtrack a little. Mostly because, but also because I haven't played God of War. Surprising nobody. So this is roughly where we started.
The plane must not be too far.
Aha!
Stanley's trying to be brave, but I can say he's still in pain. I was able to secure flawless passports and a boat with a captain who doesn't ask questions. There are so many inlets on the western coast. We'll make landfall in complete secrecy. The entire world is open to us. The entire world except for Ireland, but I won't miss it for a second. We have a new life now. Together.
Well, that's weird. Oh, oops. Okay, so yep, it's the old computer game thing of... Oh, yep, so your starting point and you're meant to go this way. Oh, but wait, there's one thing hidden behind you. It's especially common in the Lego games. Wherever you start on the level, if you're meant to go right, then if you go left a little bit, there's often like a blue stud or something like that. Tucked away behind a bush or something. Alright, so I'm glad I did that before we got too far. I probably don't want to stand on the wing because that's where the fuel is. Well, I guess if it was going to explode, it would have finished exploding. Oh no, it's just not dramatically timed enough. Alright, so... obviously I missed a direction. I can't go that way. We were just here when I decided to go the other way. But there's no way from here to... Can't get up here. Can I get up here? No? No, I can't step up that one step. See if we can get over here in time. Oh,
Stay
thank you.
alive.
Well, here we are back at the cave. How did I get to that other spot the first time without going here? Alright. Here's the thing about the blast. Alright, so this is the top of that other bridge that we
There's the
saw
black smoke.
earlier. Oh yes, I saw
Need
the
to
black
find a
smoke
way to that peak.
ages. Why? Why on earth do you think I can see black smoke? You can see that black smoke from everywhere on this island. Why do
Oh,
you
God.
possibly think
Shelter.
that that she's up there? Although we did drop down in the opening clip, like she was, like we were here and she was there, and then we dropped backwards. There's no real drag mark or anything to where the site of the plane is. The way it's scattered around doesn't make much sense. For a small plane, there certainly is a lot of fuselage scattered around. But yeah, I am picking the shit out of this.
Hypothermia.
Shivering, frostbite,
Thanks for the warning.
confusion, hallucination, feeling of burning alive, and then death. It's locked.
Oh, it's locked. Shit.
Alright, stand by this. Crash fire. Oh, that's a torch. Okay, I have a torch.
Thank God this torch still works.
Oh, now I can go in that cave. Okay. I hope so. I'll try and focus on the story and not the mechanics, because the mechanics are starting to annoy me. Well, not the mechanics, but just bits of the design. It's fine. Okay, here's the cave. Alright, I have a torch now. I don't want to go in there anyway. Right, why are we going in here again? What? Why is there a brick wall in here? We can't go that way, so we can only go this way.
As this icy stone closes in around me, I'm overwhelmed by a fear that the last 30 years together was only a dream. That I'm still trapped, still locked away in the dark.
I'm gonna turn the music up a little.
As I cross this godforsaken island to find you, every agonizing step reminds me that the dream is over. But the pain reminds me that I'm still alive. And as long as I live, there is hope. Leonore, I will find you. I will find you.
Okay, so... Ooh, a camera. Okay. Oh, I forgot to take screenshots. I should have taken screenshots. That one will do.
Stunning. It's like a cathedral.
I mean, sort of. A little bit. Where's, Wow, okay, it's jumpy. This is where we came in. I'm trying to go this way. And this way. Right, okay. I got turned around. Skipped a little and I got turned around. And around Stanley. Ooh, there are two paths you can go by.
Looks like a way out,
Does it?
but I can't climb this ice.
That's not a way out then, is it? Fucking idiot. It looks like a hole in the ceiling. I know the dream is over, but I'm alive, so there's still hope. What? Then...
Ah, you poor bastard.
Ah, thanks for leaving your batons though.
At least I won't stay trapped in this cave.
That's pretty much what I was expecting. Alright, straight up the rock wall then. Just while we're an experienced climber. Alright, where's that last one going? I mean, we're still... No, we're fine here, apparently. Alright, we need to start running again, or we'll freeze.
Oh, Leonore.
Stanley, I can see the lockbox. It's empty. The crasher must have broke open. All the case files, all the information. My diary. You have to find him.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
You
really?
have to find everything. If anyone comes, Stanley. If anyone comes, they can't find out who we are.
Bollocks. All this time, we've been so careful.
What are you carrying all of that stuff around for? Oh yes, I left very important notes about, you know, about us in, well, we're trying to go that way, right? This is new. We haven't been here yet. Oh no, I'll get there in the end. Just seems strange from a seems very strange from a narrative point of view.
Oh, what now?
Oh,
My God. No, 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 no.
well, rip us, I guess.
Earthquakes now. This fucking island is trying to kill me.
Well, not really. We're wet now as well as freezing, so yeah, we're dead. Standing next to this steamboat isn't going to help. I have to go over there in case it's part of the journal, don't I? So what was a sort of a little background look into Thingo is now a mandatory collection quest.
Another bunker.
I can't stop thinking about the dream. We were flying in the plane, but I wasn't afraid. I was giddy with excitement because we were flying back to Ireland. Stanley dove the plane so fast I could feel my stomach floating, and we were laughing like we haven't laughed in ages. As we dipped out of the clouds and swooped in over the ocean, I could see the white cliffs and green hills. Stone walls and hedges divided the patchwork fields dotted with livestock. And our tray welcoming us home. Then I woke up in this hot, filthy room, dripping with sweat. Stanley's still sleeping. No nightmares, thank God. Maybe it's my turn.
Use my diary to unlock your path.
Shit. I'll never break through that ice.
Oh, this ice here. Well, yeah, this seems like a really bad design. Let's have a bunker that goes down, right next to a lake. Yeah, that's sensible. Fucking Egypt. Everywhere, and now I have to check all of them just in case they have a journal entry. Really?
Another page from her journal.
Oh wow, you could see it from all the way over
Mother's
there.
crying in the next room. She says it's because she's happy, but I don't believe
What
her.
the fuck? Seriously?
My
What's
father
this
is getting
doing
out
in
of
her
prison.
journal? From
My friends protest the unlawful
25
imprisonments,
years
but I
ago.
wish they'd kept Michael O'Shea locked up forever. Life in prison isn't long enough for him. It would kill my mother if she ever read this. What if Michael ever read it? Would it kill him? Or would he kill me? Well, the violence didn't stop when he was on the inside, but at least when I read about something terrible in the paper, I knew my father wasn't the cause. It now? God help us all.
Three, 1, 2, 8. So her journal page from 25 years ago has the code to the bunker that we couldn't get into earlier. Really? Yeah, we did it.
Stanley took me to this lovely old tree on the cliffs overlooking the sea. It was just the perfect spot. Then I saw there were notches carved into the trunk. I pointed them out to him and asked him how many other girls had he brought here. Stanley laughed and said when he was just a lad, he and his dad would come to the same spot for picnics, and Paddy would notch the tree to show how much Stanley had grown. I turned as red as a beetroot and muttered some kind of apology. When we sat down to eat lunch, I saw another notch at the base of the tree. When I asked him what that one was for, he winked and said, Margaret Kane.
Okay, so this one is not a fire. Got to get back over to that one. Fall in. Alright, well, this is going to be interesting. Right. Oh, fuck off. Seriously?
I've got to be careful.
We were right there. Alright, so we're back here. Now, have we lost any progress? This is weird. Alright, well, let's get over here then. There's no saving. Sort of, Mr. B. I see where you're going. Okay, there's no map. No, none of my regular buttons work. Fine. So the black smoke ones.
Thin ice. I've got to be careful.
Oh, so no running. There's another thing
The
here.
summers in Munich are beautiful. The palazzas are full of tourists, so Stanley and I blend right in. But even in the sea of anonymous faces, we have to be careful. Today, I was sitting in the park with my lunch when this young man with a big fancy camera came up to me. He was handsome and stylish, a real artsy type, and he asked if he could take some photos of me. Obviously, I had to say no. But then he said something that caught me off guard. He said that my eyes were the saddest he'd ever seen. Of course they are, I said. I'm Irish. I left everything on the bench and disappeared into the crowd.
Really? You left everything on the bench and disappeared into the crowd? That seems unwise. I'm being careful. Alright, well, we'll probably make this.
Mother begged me not to go, but I assured her it was a peaceful rally. Molly wouldn't go with me.
Oh,
she was afraid the army would show up.
5.
So
Okay.
I dragged Stanley with me. I thought for sure he'd want to be there because his father was one of the speakers. Paddy Whitaker was an electrifying presence. People were cheering and clapping as he spoke about the end to the violence, a peaceful end to the troubles. He spoke with such conviction, I nearly wept. But when I looked over at Stanley, he was wearing fucking headphones and messing with his cassette player. He said he'd heard it all before. I couldn't believe it. He has no idea how lucky he is.
So this is a 5 here. I wondered what that was meant to be. These 5 hashtags will save your life. Oh wait, we have to go back through the cave, don't we? Oh, interesting. Oh, it's not for the passcode for the door, it's for here. So what was it? 31280.
First the shelter, now this lock.
Let's settle down, buddy.
Find a way through. I don't believe it. Those numbers from the journal. This makes no sense.
You're damn right it does. Doesn't. I guess we have to go in now.
Still alive.
Somehow. Yay, steam vent. Okay. Why on earth that even exists, I couldn't tell you. Oh, come on.
Got to get warm. Got to get warm. Well, this valve. Maybe. That's good. Oh, thank God.
Well, that was weird. I wonder if changes the direction. I wonder if if turning it on there turns it off somewhere else. Alright.
I don't know what's wrong with that man. Stanley came into Rory's pub tonight, sweaty and out of breath. His eye was swollen, his lip was bleeding, and he looked as proud as a peacock. He and one of his no-good mates went messing into East Belfast to stir up trouble. Stanley had the brilliant idea to spray the Story Plough over a Unionist mural, but they got caught by some locals and they got into a scrap. Rory thought that was a gas and bought Stanley a pint. I told Stanley he was an idiot. What if he'd been caught by the guard or the UVF? They'd have bloody killed him. But he was just too proud of himself to listen.
Okay. Yeah, I should think so. Ah, this looks like the other half of the plane. Come on. We can do it. Oh, thank goodness. Thought it was gonna kill me again. Come on, Stanley, this is the other half of the plane. Get excited.
Stanley can still surprise me, even after all this time. We drove out for a picnic at our tree by the ocean, but when we got there, Stanley pulled a guitar case out of the boot. I had no idea he played guitar. All afternoon we laid together, in the grass, under the tree, while Stanley strummed and plucked away. It was grand. Then he told me to close my eyes. I told him he better not have any funny ideas, but he said he tried learning a new song just for me. After a few bars, it started to sound familiar, but I couldn't stop myself from kissing him before he could finish the song. I'll let him finish it for me someday.
So, there's a tree by the ocean.
Is this another bunker? How many are there?
Obviously.
You've got to be kidding me. Everything's frozen. And I'm running out of time.
Are you? Are we really? Alright, is this the door we couldn't get into earlier? Oh, it's just that door at the bottom. There's the tree by the ocean. That tree by the ocean? Alright. So, the journal pages from, you know, random scraps of her history tell us where to go next.
My face hurts from trying to smile all night. I can't blame
Sometimes.
Stanley. There's no way he could have known. He's not that cruel. He knew I was named after Beethoven's opera and just assumed that I'd be a fan. But it was my father who loved the opera. He'd blast those records into the night and stagger about with a half-empty bottle, waving it in time with the music. It was terrifying. But I loved Stanley. So I gripped his hand and smiled through the entire performance.
These pipes, they must all be connected.
I'm just going around in a big circle. Oh, fine.
Stanley, are you there? Oh, it's so cold. I can't stop shivering. My leg is going numb. At least it doesn't hurt anymore.
Well, that's something, I guess.
I might have fallen asleep. Oh, I thought I heard voices. I don't remember what time it is. I think it'll be dark soon. But I don't think I'll make it through the night. Stanley, you've got to stay warm.
Oh, God. Hypothermia must be setting in.
Good thing we read about the hypothermia on that chart before. Over here. Oh, this one's locked. With no way of unlocking it. That's okay. Weird. This way. I hope. Nope. Well, I I guess we had to go the other way. Yeah, we did. Alright. Not too bad. There doesn't look, thankfully, like there's a cumulative penalty for dying. It just resets you back to your last warm spot. There's no valve on this one either, so you had to go straight here. Even now it's gonna be tough. Yeah, that was close. That was super close. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep going this way.
Oh, shit! Hail! Fuck!
Alright, well, we're not going that way.
Hail's too strong. I can't get through.
Weird how it's just hailing there and not, you know, everywhere else on the island. It's the strangest weather phenomenon. Just a very localized hail. Oh, I have some shade I'd like to throw. Right, here we are.
Molly and I snuck out to a party tonight. It was in full swing by the time we got there, meaning all the boys were bollocksed. Well, not all. We weren't there long when this beautiful lad hands me a beer and said his name was Colin. He was tall with bright green eyes and he wore neon-coloured runners. I asked him if it was his party. He shook his head and said that knew it was my party. Then he turned and waved his hand around like he was the great fucking Gatsby. And the first thing we saw was Stanley Whittaker throwing up in the kitchen sink. I laughed and said he could have his party back. Oh, we blathered for a while and we were really getting on when Stanley Whittaker stumbled over and asked Colin if he ever wore those shoes outside. And before I could tell him to fuck off, Stanley asked Colin if he knew I was the daughter of Michael O'Shea. I felt my legs go numb. Colin couldn't get away from me fast enough.
So, yeah, okay, she's the daughter of Michael O'Shea. That's a given. Well, I'm not getting there either, so... Where am I meant to get to? It's already touch and go here. It really looks like I need to get that unlocked. This is back to the tree by the ocean. This is where we were before. Did I miss something here? Aha! Now I can get from here to there. Which wasn't really a problem before. I mean, I made it to the other one. But now can I get from here to around here? Okay, I need this one here to be on, I think. Yeah, there's nothing here at all. I need this one to be on. Okay. So how do I get that one on? I probably need that working. But it's not working. So I need some kind of tool or something to unlock that. And the very localized hail is still going, so I can't do that. Hell. I must have missed something somewhere. Which frustrates me. Can I get all the way to there? I'm not sure. Find out very soon. Looks like I'm going to make it. Alright, I did it. So we don't need to go over there anymore. That's fine. See, that was left. We want it to go right. But it's good to know that they can turn backwards. Wait, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, what does it do when it does that, though? Does it actually do anything? Ah, this one doesn't turn backwards. Oh, hang on, that was weird, because I went there, and it wouldn't turn backwards, but I wasn't frosting up. So I'm still here, and it's not geysering, but it still counts. Okay, so it's still a safe spot. Okay, let's have a look down here. Just jellyfish. Paralyzing jellyfish. Right. I've overlooked something, haven't I? I can't get through there. I can't get through there. I went around that middle bit. I need to break that thing open, but I can't. I don't have anything to break it open with. Ordinarily, I'd expect him to say something. I can't use the... Oh, no, look. Now that I've turned that off, now it opens. Okay. Yay! I did it. Alright, so now I can get to here instead of that one on the left. Just barely. And now I can get around here. But again, there's nothing here. There's nothing on fire. There's no path. I can get here, but it really strikes me that there should be a reason for being able to get here. No, I can't climb up that wall. Ah,
This thing. Christ, I hope it's big enough to protect me.
there we go. Found a door. I got a door. Why am I using it to slide down this hill? That's what I thought it was at first. I've been playing Civilization 6 a fair bit recently, which has been fun, mostly, a little bit. It's a long game. The first time I played, I managed to eke out a space victory with 4 turns to spare. Turn 496. Alright, Hail Shield activate.
The door. It's working.
It sure is.
Kiss my arse. Fucking island.
And I'm not taking any snow damage.
The black smoke.
I'm not frosting.
Nearly there.
It's the smoke monster, isn't it?
Oh no. Oh Christ, what the? Oh fuck! Help! Help me!
Yeah, thanks, game. We can't get there too early, or, you know, the game will be over. There's a tiny bit of coffee in the bottom of my mug, and I want it. I want a whole nother coffee, actually. It's been an hour and 10 minutes since I had coffee. Sort of. I'm having a nightmare about our mysterious past
No!
in the IRA, I
It's
guess.
right there. What do you want from me? Tell me what you want from me.
Who? The island? What happened to the subtitles?
Pull it together, Stanley. The sooner you find Leonore, the sooner you can get her off this fucking island.
Seriously, what happened to
Just
the subtitles?
find her.
We don't have a door. We can go that way. We're not frosting up. Oh, yeah, we are. We can't really go that way. So I guess we'll have to go this way. Guess I could move a little faster. Whoa. Okay, there's our fire. So is this from the same plane wreck? Because honestly, this is a lot of fuselage.
I will not be a prisoner's wife. I will not become like those other empty wives, like my mother. I will not be looked after or taken care of, isolated. There is no light without him. He is my heart, and I cannot live without my heart. I'll do whatever it takes to get him out. I will not be a prisoner's wife.
March 87, April 87. Having some idea of how many there are would help. And here's some more fire over here. Smoke here, but no fire.
I don't know what's going on with Stanley. I'm afraid he's gone mad.
February 87.
Tonight I was waiting for him at Rory's pub. Rory was complaining about his fucking hand again. When Stanley finally showed up, he looked white as a ghost. He grabbed my elbow and said we had to go. I'd been there a while, so I was in no mood to be handled. I told him to sit down while I finished my pint, but he snatched it from my hand and smashed it on the floor. Oh, Rory started shouting bloody murder, and that's when Stanley went for him. He threw himself at Rory, clutching for his throat. Rory was so shocked he slipped and fell to the floor. It took all my strength to pull Stanley off and drag him toward the front door. Rory stayed behind the bar, cursing all the Whittakers.
Let's go back to the fire. Because obviously we were standing there reading that for a long time. This way is a fucking dead end. Awesome. That smoke that used to be there has gone out now. That's where we came from. Okay, no. Are we sure we can't go this way? Yeah, pretty sure. Sounds good, Mr. B. Ah, there's one.
I'm lost. Leonor, please call. Let me hear your voice.
Wasn't quite close enough to the fire, I guess. Oh, and another bunker.
Ah, of course. Missing the fucking handle.
Aha! 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 Right. So we're around here somewhere. Excellent. Good to know. Alright. Suppose we've got to find this handle and weld it back on. stuff. Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't be there.
So many funerals today. I was with Stanley at his father's funeral. There was quite a crowd of people. I told Stanley his father would be proud of the turnout, but he said Paddy would just want to make a speech. The police were watching the crowd, but they didn't bother anyone. They were hidden, but I spotted them straight away. I had to help Stanley write the eulogy for Paddy, but when it came time to read it, he couldn't speak. He gripped the sides of the lectern so hard I feared it would splinter in his hands. Finally, Stanley said Paddy was the speechmaker, but he wasn't enough like his father to do him justice. He just folded up the speech and left in silence.
So he's written Stanley Florence instead of Stanley Whitaker. Well, okay, here's the tail section of the plane. No, wait,
All
that's still the
dead.
fuselage.
Everywhere.
Oh, he's finally commenting on these things. Yeah, okay. Good job. Okay.
I wonder why I keep these damn journals. There are
Me
so
too,
many
really.
things I wish I could forget. Today at the school site, my senses were filled with the buzzing of insects and the smell of the jungle. But then, all at once, I thought I was back in Belfast. The air rocked with a heavy thud of a bomb exploding. Stanley took off in a dead run towards the sound. A cow had set off an old landmine, and there was a man at the edge of the field shouting for everyone to stay back. But Stanley, he charged past him, splashing into the mud. I wanted to stop him. My voice froze in my throat when I saw Stanley lift the tiny body out of the grass. The boy's name was Udom. He had been walking with the cow. Udom's father collapsed as Stanley gently passed the boy to him. Udom's father kept apologising over and over for not protecting him from the evils brought to this village.
Apologising with a Z, not an island. Where's your localization team? I'd like to speak with your localization team. Apologising? Island? S, not Z. Okay, it looks like there's nothing else here. Which is a bit of a puzzle. I mean, this whole island is a bit of a puzzle. That's sort of the point of the game. I was honestly... that's
I'll
what I
take
was looking
that.
for. That way? Hey, it just slips right on and turns with no worries. Excellent. That's great. And it opens.
Finally, an open door.
Sort of. Where's my torch? Seriously, game? That could have been done immediately. Helveti. You are. So...
Oh, great. More freezing water.
That's the way we just came. The mouse sensitivity is super high, and there's no slider for mouse sensitivity. Helveti is that way. Then this is... that one? Because it says, hey, Helveti is this way. Of course I want to go this way.
Come on.
Ah. Cool, these things are working now. Oh, and there's one here too. Okay, good. So we closed that hatch. What does that do? I mean, I assume we want to turn that off because... ah, it pushes it over there instead of over here. No, that back one is still going. But I'm assuming we want to turn this off because it's a computer game and we need to change all of the things. Because that's what you do in computer games. Most of the time. So... if it wasn't a computer game, I'd leave it alone. But it's a computer game, so I'm going to change it. At the very least, I want to know what it does. Again... I'm going to ignore that for now. Looks like it's a lot. If this is still Doa South. So this is the room where we were, and it was steaming up through there. O2.
There's not much shelter. This place is bloody cold. I've got to move quickly.
I'm already running, dude. Alright. So now I can move between the two of them for whatever good that will do me. Ah, yep, okay. Now I can get up those stairs. There was no way from this tunnel into O2.
Ice now. Oh, fuck, it's cold down here. Stuck in the ice.
Settle down, Stanley.
Looks like it's been deserted for
Oh,
ages.
shit.
What the hell was this place?
Turned off all the steam
Some
in
Cold
here.
War bomb shelter?
Yeah, we made it. Okay. Oh shit.
A key card. Let's see if it still works.
In what? Let's see if it still works in what? I don't want the fire extinguisher? Oh, I guess I don't.
I've got to get out of this place.
Oh, okay, I need the key card to get the door open to get out of here. Here I am, finding the solutions to puzzles I haven't encountered yet. Because I've played computer games before and I have a rough idea what I need to be doing. Hey, that was lighting up before. Uh-oh, now I'm in trouble. Come on. Oh, there we go. Ah, thank goodness. Now, this door here was lighting up before. Oh, it's frozen now instead of... Okay. I've got to shut that main door again. I should be able to do from here. Yeah, that ice has frozen solid. There we go. And this immediately turns into water. And we can open this door. I guess I could have opened the door first and then it would have been stuck in the ice. Oh no, it wouldn't have. Well done, game.
There's got to be some way out.
Well, I've got a key card and a well, this isn't a way
I don't
out.
like the looks of this. Hello? Who's
What?
there? Can you help? We've been in a plane crash. My wife. Stanley. Stanley Florence. But you... Listen to me. I'm trying to find... Stanley. Whitaker. My name is...
Dun dun dun.
For the son of Patty Whitaker to do something like this. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but it's like you came from a different tree altogether.
What are you talking about? What are we doing here?
You know exactly why you're here.
I'm trying to find my wife.
I've done nothing wrong. Usually I'd say that's a matter of perspective, but not in this case.
Tell me where she is.
I've only got one question for you, Stanley. Why did you bomb that pub?
What?
What's this about?
You're talking about Rory's pub? You think I
That
did
was
that?
30 years
You're
ago.
mad.
That wasn't me.
Rory was a mate. I would
You
never...
misunderstand the question. I wasn't asking whether or not you did it. Why did you bomb that pub.
Where is Leonore?
I'm sorry, why are you yelling at people who are from 30 years ago, you idiot? Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum.
Wasn't that an IRA pub?
Bollocks. Rory wasn't political.
With all those dissident Republicans who drank there?
Everybody drank there. It was just a local.
What about your father? Did Paddy Whitaker drink at the local?
No.
No.
Your father, the famous peace activist, wouldn't step foot inside it because it was Michael O'Shea's pub. And Michael is real IRA.
Well, we got that already.
Go and marry his daughter.
I don't want to hear this.
Jesus, I can't imagine the look on your father's face when you told him. Surprised it didn't kill him on the spot.
No. It was the police that killed him.
Then why didn't you bomb a police pub? Help me understand.
There's nothing to understand. I didn't fucking do it, right? You got the wrong fella.
They used a full stop instead of a comma in the subtitles. QA, guys. QA. Well, if this is the way out, I want to try the other way. No, it's also the way out, but from a different angle. Fine. I'm not sure how much longer this game has to go. I think we're possibly near the end, maybe.
Frankly, I'm glad you chose that pub. Probably saved us a mess of trouble.
Please.
Bunch of tossers and tow rags, all of them.
Just let me go.
All of them criminals, except her.
Please.
Fiona Miller was just a little girl. You're gonna pay for that.
Go to hell.
Look around. We're already there.
Hello. No. Fine. Rude. The music's back on. Not Beethoven. Well, this is a very long and winding path. It's a very long S. I do wonder if this is actually infinite. I'm starting to wonder if this is infinite or if there is an end to it. If I turn around and go the other way, does it go back to where we came from? Oh, yay, stairs. Just when you think maybe it is infinite. Changes. Thanks, game. Probably didn't need to be quite that long.
I can't believe that you're the one shagging Michael O'Shea's daughter.
You better leave her out of this.
What's she like, eh? I'll bet she's a wild one.
What the fuck is this all about?
I just might have to go pay her a visit while you're stuck in here.
She's got nothing to do with any of it.
Maybe me and some of the lads.
If you ever lay your fucking finger on her...
You'll what? What'll you do? Blow me up too? You want to protect your little whore. You sign that statement.
Oh, okay. Just. Oh, I thought it was a scene transition, but no, it was just blackness.
What? It can't be. Dear Leonor,
Found a piece of
I don't know
paper.
when this letter will reach you, if it will reach you at all. I can only pray that it will. Our world is clouded by the fog of war, but in the time I spent with you, things finally became clear. For the first time, I thought I could imagine a future, a life with you. But that's all over now. Sometime very soon, I'm going to be transferred to the maze, and I know I'll never leave that prison alive. I don't know where I'll go when it's over, but I'm
I mean,
not
it's just
afraid,
a big S.
because I've seen hell.
Not really much of a
This is
maze.
it. And it's cold, and it's dark, and I've no way to reach you. Leonor, you are my light, but we have no future together.
Oh, no.
Will not
Going around in
always
a circle to the left.
Forget about me.
Spiraling inwards.
I'm already dead.
Stanley, can you hear me? Stanley, it's time to wake up. You have to move on.
The dream is over.
Is it? Is it though? Hello, Methodial. Welcome to the stream.
What the hell just happened? Just a nightmare, right?
Yeah, sure,
It's all
just
over
the
now.
nightmare. That was a completely different, communication device on the radio. Let's see, what else is different? We're in a completely different hallway. Yeah, just a nightmare that... Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Just a nightmare that teleported us
Huh?
to a different
It's not as
location.
cold in this part of the island. Maybe I can finally get my head on straight.
I can hardly feel the pin in my fingers. My whole body is numb. I could hardly see the words on the page. I can't stop crying. They've taken away my heart. Stanley has been arrested for the bombing of Rory's pub. Someone must have set him up. I asked my father if he knew who would do this to Stanley. He just said that I should move on. Stanley won't live long inside prison. I nearly spit in his eye. I swear by all that's holy, if I find out that he had anything to do with Stanley being arrested, I'll burn him alive.
So it looks like we don't need to worry about freezing to death here. So far. There's certainly still steam vents.
What is that?
Well, it looks like a
Insects.
cloud of insects, yeah. I bet we can scare them away.
Take that, you little fuckers.
Steam. How fast do they come back if I turn it off? Yeah, immediately.
It's a monstrous.
Is it though? Pretty big tree. Doesn't...
Oh, come on. Why is this locked?
I see. Sneaky as well. From straight on, it doesn't look like it's locked. But, yeah. I'm gonna look over here.
We hadn't been to the ocean since spring, and it was a shock to see our tray so barren and frail. As we walked, Stanley wrapped his coat around my shoulders. It was still warm from his body, and I pulled the collar up to my nose to see if it still smelled like him. It didn't. It just smelled of dust and mothballs. Stanley said his father would bring him here and say, "This is why we struggle." He thinks that now he finally understands what his father meant. But I wonder.
Yeah, okay.
I laid the jacket on the ground and pulled us both onto it.
If I change
I just
pages,
wanted
does
to
it
make him
keep
forget
reading?
the rest of the day. I wanted to forget the rest of the world except for him. The grass was itchy and dry, and the sky was as white as butcher paper. Neither of us bothered to speak another word. The cold
really want
wind
some
would
more
have
coffee.
just carried our words away.
Fine.
That water looks disgusting.
Yeah, I don't want to go in there. Yeah, looks like we don't have a choice.
At least that water isn't freezing. It's just fell.
Alright, so theoretically that should unlock this bolt. But somehow.
That cleared him away.
Okay, so what did that do? What did that open? Oh, the tree. The tree is the bridge. And there were insects here that I didn't even notice. So again, finding solutions to problems I haven't uncovered
Shortcut
yet.
to the top of the mountain.
I don't know about that. Well, we're not going that way, so we'll have to go this way. Apparently we don't like insects. I played a pretty
Years
fun board
heavy with
game
stink of
yesterday
rust, the buzzing
called
of those
The
damn
Machine of
insects.
Death.
I don't hear it so much as feel it. I'm afraid it might drive me mad. If I'm
Well,
not mad already.
here's another locked thing. And here's another locked thing. Is there anything here that isn't locked?
What a jumbled mess.
That one's also locked. Okay. Let's get to this fire over here.
There were so many people in the market, I couldn't hear myself think. I needed to get out of there. But when I asked Stanley to choose something for supper, he just replied with his usual, "Whatever you want." I wanted him to make a decision for once, so I could stop thinking about absolutely everything all the time. The bags were so heavy and my hands were cramping, and someone close by smelled like goat. It may have even been me. So I dropped everything and let the bags spill all over the street. I didn't care. I'm sick of the crowds and the stink of curry, and I'm sick of the hate. I want to walk through green grass. I want to feel cool air on my skin. Under a sky the colour of butcher paper.
So it's a callback to her memory from ages ago about the time when they were together in Ireland and the sky was the colour of butcher's paper, but it doesn't work as a narrative device when it's from 2 fucking minutes ago. Callbacks like that are cool when it's not, you know, from 2 minutes ago. There needs to be a decent length of time. If you're making a callback.
Molly works at the prison. She was worried about taking the job, but my father insisted it was good to have one of our own on the inside. He just wanted to use her. But it turns out, I'm the one putting her at risk. She got the powder inside, and there's a lad from the neighbourhood who will slip it into Stanley's breakfast. If he eats enough, the pain in his guts will be so bad they'll transfer him to the hospital.
Will they really?
But if he eats too much, it could kill him.
So that's how she got them out of the prison. I was wondering. Alright. And then this one. And then this one.
Ah, good. Those bugs are gone.
And now we can get over that tree. Over that part of the tree. I think. Maybe? I think everything else here is still locked. Yeah. So we didn't need to unlock this part yet. While we're here though, let's look around. Because there might be more random bits of her journal floating around. I guess not. It's fine. Right, so this path should... No, it's not. Alright, well that's annoying. I do need to get that one open. Okay. But these are all still locked. That's where I... But if I transfer it over to here, then it won't be doing that one. It'll be over there instead. Over there. Oh, where is it? Yeah. It'll be over here instead of... Find somewhere I can... Instead of over here, it'll be over here. Hello, Slider. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, these ones are all definitely locked. And I haven't noticed anywhere that feels like they could be unlocked. Maybe I need to go back to the other island and then approach it from the different direction. Maybe. For this to be one tree growing like this is a bit stupid, because the branches don't typically dig into the ground like this. If I go back this way, it's called the Fidelio Incident. It may look familiar because it's like a bunch of other puzzle games that I've played. Except this one's set in Norway. Can I get up here? I can. I cannot. Fuck you. Seriously? I can't climb up here? For reals? How did I get down here to start with then? Really? Really? So this was a one-way trip down here. Oh, did I go this way? Maybe I went this way. Fine. Okay, yeah, so now I can do nothing. But this is the tree here. Yeah, you totally can't jump in this one. They had a free weekend of Fallout 4? That's pretty cool. You can totally jump in that game. I really appreciate being able to jump in games. I kind of assume that you can jump in games because it's more realistic. Yeah, I'm sort of missing Fallout 4. I picked it up again last year, but then I started streaming Skyrim and I stopped playing Fallout 4. I was enjoying getting back into it as well, and but yeah, I don't want to stream Fallout 4 from the middle of my Fallout 4 run. Oh shit!
Everything is in
Wow,
peace.
I missed a
But the
journal
air
entry.
feels hollow and empty in my chest. Oh, I can hear my heart pounding in my ears. In just a few hours, life as I know it will be over. But that's only if I'm very lucky. Otherwise, my life will just be over.
Flies are pretty bad. It is known.
Today I'm rescuing Stanley.
Wow, I am shocked that I missed that. I guess I was distracted by all of the other things. Yeah, I don't really have a way to unlock those other three things. And if I turn this off... Oh, which I can't even do anyway. Alright, well, let's go back over here then. Stanley hates them as well. Okay, but how do we unlock these? Even this one's locked. what happens if I close both of these vents? Both of these vents are closed. Then does that unlock this? It does! Okay. We want this to be over here.
All right. Now the path is clear.
I mean, is it though? Oh, I guess it is.
I'm trying to stay awake. Keep my mind on... Before the plane crashed, you didn't finish your story about the time you stole the box of sweets. But I think I know exactly how it ended. Your dad, he knew what you'd done. He just didn't know why. Still, he never asked you about it. Never accused you of anything. So you never told him the truth. But it was always there, wasn't it? An abandoned space between you.
Is it between the cushions in the couch?
Story.
She sounds so weak.
Well, that could just be the signal. The conceit that we can listen to her perfectly, but we can't, she can't hear us is a bit weird.
He's all for letting Stanley take the fall. But the mad bastard with me today didn't know that, so he did everything I told him, including stealing an ambulance. Molly called us about Stanley's medical transfer, which gave us a head start on the real ambulance. I looked ridiculous in the uniform, but our documents were perfect, so I kept my head up and let Stanley inspire my confidence. Even so, I nearly fainted when the guards wheeled him out on the gurney. He looked dead already. The guards loaded him on board, and I drove us away. 5 minutes out, and the mad bastard dosed both the guards with anesthesia. Just like that, Stanley was free.
That's a fairly wide bookmark.
Shit! That water smells. No wonder there's so many bugs.
Yeah, that's pretty rank. I guess we have to go in there though. It's lucky these pages haven't all caught fire. They're all precariously
Rory
close.
hosted a wake at his pub for the victims of Wednesday. I think he was just trying to show off. He got arrested last year for dealing, and the police broke his hand, so suddenly he's all political. Stanley and I sat in the car for a long time, watching the front door swallow all the black suits until the pub looked like it was filled with ink. Stanley opened the car door, but I grabbed his arm and asked him to take me to our tree. I felt a crippling anxiety that if I went into that black pub, I'd never see the sky again. Stanley didn't say a word. He just started the car, and we drove away.
Is this before? Well before. Alright. Well, let's dive in. Okay, stairs. Great. Right, looks like we need to drain the water, which is a bit annoying. Oh, wait, a door. Okay, it still looks like we need to drain the water.
Oh, Christ. I don't even want to think what's growing in there. Oh, that's rotten. Oh, Christ.
If it's not a book, then, if it was a book, you
Let's
could
see
use
if
the
that
brochure
helps
to
with the
mark your
smell.
page in the book.
Nope. Now I can see what I'm working with.
Okay. So we know we have a door here. Oh. And, well, that's just the drain where the water goes. Let's just have another quick look down here just in case. Nope. Okay. It was weird how those leaves just blew straight across the hallway. I'm not taking any frost damage here, so this looks fine. Ah, alright. Okay, and that will probably unlock this one. No. Okay, that's fine. Aha! And that unlocks this one.
What? That's it? Is that all you got?
What
you
the hell?
bastard!
Why is the
Need to
tree
figure
bleeding?
something out. The bugs are still there.
The what? It's locked again. That's weird. Oh, it's wow. Okay, it's all locked. Alright. That's frustrating. We can't go back down that way, we have to go back through here, which is annoying. But okay, sure. Looks like there's a scarf on the ground or something.
A scarf. This makes no sense.
What? Why am I... Oh, okay. Yeah, great, okay. I'm sure I could have waited until I was at the bugs. Before putting this on, but yeah, sure, okay, works.
Oh, Jesus!
Can't see where I'm going.
Almost there, Leonore. Almost there, love.
Oh, thank goodness.
Mother Mary, Paddy has been killed. The British papers named it the Boxing Day Raid, but it wasn't a raid. Around here they're calling it the Wren's Day Massacre. 7 people shot down on the day after Christmas. I don't know what they're meeting about, and I don't want to know. They were all violent men except for Stanley's father. What was Paddy Whitaker doing there? How did he hear about the meeting? Was he trying to talk them out of whatever they were planning? I need to find Stanley.
That's accurate, Mr. Bay.
He must be going through hell.
Alright, back in the cave. I hope we still have those climbing picks. Oh, that's right, it's up. I need to push, not E. That's better. Now,
Oh, shit. Jesus. I can do this again.
what? Oh, that's the other half. That's the other engine. If there was a mouse sensitivity control for this game, the light going out like that wouldn't have been such a big deal. Alright.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, Christ. Don't look down. Don't look down.
Yeah, if you could just shut up for a second, so I can get this screenshot without you. That would be super. Thanks, dude. I'll give him this. Got some very, very pretty graphics. Even if the mechanics and story doesn't make a shitload of sense some of the time. Overall, the writing's pretty good. There were some points that just didn't really seem to make sense.
One step at a time. Leonor.
No, this is just the engine. She wasn't in the engine, she was in the tail section.
Where? No. No.
No, she's not here, dude.
She's not here.
Of course she's not here. She was never here.
Please tell me what you want. I've done everything I could.
Oh, that is a lie.
Everything. Haven't I done enough? Haven't I done enough?
No, not yet.
Please.
We haven't found the tail section of the plane yet, and that's where she was, you idiot. Alright. Hey, it's not full screen on my, I've just noticed it's not actually full screen. Where did the door go?
Do you know who I am, boy?
Oh, here it is.
Aye. You're Leonor's father. Michael O'Shea.
You know my name, but do you know who I am?
Yeah. I know exactly who you are.
Do you just? I mean, you probably don't.
I was afraid of this.
I was there at the Rinsday massacre when your father died. I didn't agree with him, man. I thought he was naive. He called me a terrorist and a criminal, but he said it to my face. I respected him. That's why I agreed to meet with him that day.
You agreed.
He wouldn't have been there otherwise. Rude.
You think my father told the police? Is that it?
I know exactly who it was. That's why I'm here. Rory Cochrane is a police informant.
Rory?
They turned him after his arrest, dealing drugs out of his own pub.
No! He's a mate! There's no way!
I guess we came up the stairs too fast. If I have to try all of the other doors. Back to the door we came in through.
What do you want from me?
Leonore, I need to know she's gonna be with a man who can take care of his obligations. Take care of his family.
I would. I will.
I'm gonna give you a chance to prove it. So you tell me, are you gonna do what needs to be done?
Hey, Dale. Oh, here we are in the pub.
It can't be. How can it?
Oh, that's why he wanted her out of the pub and why he launched himself at Roaring.
This is Rory's birthday.
All the scores are exactly the same. The dart placements are different. At least. Yeah, me either, Methodiel. I was never, you know, particularly good at it. Why is someone...
Please, mister, can you find my dad? Tell him I want to go home.
Was that the... what was her name? I've forgotten her name.
This isn't right.
Oh, behind the bar, okay.
If you're looking for the little girl's dad, he's over there throwing darts.
He's quite obviously not.
Okay, okay. I'll be right over. And tell her not to forget her scarf.
Okay.
Not to forget my red scarf. I know. He always says that. I just hope he hurries.
Well, I guess you keep forgetting your scarf. Alright. I was sort of hoping I got an achievement for that. For actually following through on... no.
Oh my god.
On doing that.
No, not again. Christ.
Time to go. Yeah, good point, Methodiel.
Oh my god, I'm burning up. I'm burning.
You're not burning.
No.
You're in the fire.
I'm okay.
Snow.
I'm still alive. Thank God. Oh Christ. Okay. I'm okay.
Let's just have a lowercase o. At least he's spelling it out properly, though.
I thought things were getting better. I had hoped we were moving forward. I believed in Paddy Whitaker's message. Violence can't be the answer. But now, he's gone. Rory's pub was bombed last night. Thank the Holy Mother, Rory closed the pub for his birthday party, but 16 people died. One of the victims was a little girl. The last time we were attacked like this, my father went mad. He poured liquor on his anger until it was an inferno that nearly engulfed us all. Now, he's as silent as the grave. And that's even more terrifying.
Yeah, put that
steam.
fire out.
It's putting out the fire.
Well, I guess I could run.
First I was freezing, now I'm burning up.
Well, that's
I don't know
hypothermia.
which one is worse.
It said that on the
There.
sign. If you have hypothermia,
There
you
she
have
is.
hallucinations.
Oh shit!
That's
Leonor!
the,
I'm coming!
yeah.
Just hold on.
I somehow figured
It's
it would be
almost
this
over.
one. It's freezing, and then hallucinations,
Oh fuck!
and then you feel like your body's burning,
Jesus Christ!
and then you die. So we could just be hallucinating all of this, and we could just be lying in the snow, freezing to death.
Oh, Stanley, thank God! You're alive! I saw you standing on the hill. Hurry, Stanley. The fire, it's coming.
Stanley and I decided to venture farther into the city tonight. He said we shouldn't cross into East Belfast, but I didn't care. I was feeling brave. When we saw the party, it looked deadly, so I dragged Stanley up the steps. I love going to parties where nobody knows me. I can be anyone I want. I told Stanley to pretend this was our house. We wandered about, making up stories about where we got each bit of furniture.
What?
I was talking about the grandfather clock from Borneo when some drunken arse turns and tells me I'm full of shite. Turned out he owned the house. Then he asked us where we came from. A crowd started to gather, and the wrong answer could have spelled trouble. Stanley threw his arm around the man and said, "We're from Texas, America." And the man's face lit
As
up.
opposed
He
to
loved America.
Texas Borneo.
Stanley's accent
Ding.
was ridiculous, but his confidence was inspiring, so they believed every word. It was wonderful.
And the smoke is getting...
Still alive. Still alive.
Believe me, I am still alive. Off? And then back on again. Yep, that's definitely how fire works. Tree's on fire, it will fall down and then you can put it out again. I know it's a puzzle game, but yeah. Can I do it again? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Made it. Come on, Stanley. No! You son
I
of a
wasn't going
bitch.
that way anyway.
The fire roars around me. It wants to crack me open, to burn its way inside to the deep center of my core,
Yeah.
where I still feel frozen and
Not
cold.
Not actually on fire. Just thinks he is because hypothermia.
Oh shit!
Well, now we're going this way. somehow that melts all of the ice down here. Let me just check to see if this can go somewhere else. Sure can. Yeah, okay. Well, there's a bit of paper over there, but what's in there? How big is this? Alright, well, let's check this out for a bit. This is longer than I thought, than I hoped it was going to be.
I've got to clear the path.
Okay. Which way is the solution and which way is the bonus?
Until now, I never knew how much my father hated Stanley. And the man has always had his secrets, but he's never just lied to me. He tried to tell me about why Stanley was really arrested and the truth about Rory Cochrane. But I can't believe what he said about Stanley. I can't. All those people. Stanley would never.
Well, if he's trying to prove himself to your dad, then yeah, maybe. I mean, this is from Rory's pub, so he's quite obviously hallucinating here. Okay, I want to go back to the bunker. I think the bunker is the bonus, and I just tried jumping up onto that log, and I didn't need to, but I keep hitting space to jump. Alright, now it could be that I need to come back here later after going around the thing. Yeah, I do. Okay, that's fine. So I have to go over the bridge and then come back here after I find something else. Finally, I found the problem before the solution. So this way. This is sort of behind the general direction of the thing. Leave it on. This is where we were before earlier. And then we went this way to get to here. Okay, so not that way. A lot of times in this one I've been finding the solution before the problem. It's been a little crazy. Let's try this way. I'm worried that during this I'm going to be missing out on some of the journal pieces.
Belfast is so cold, the air feels brittle in my lungs. No matter what I do, I just can't seem to get warm. The other night at Rory's pub, I asked Stanley if he'd take me someplace warm, like another country. He said that if he did, we'd never come back. But the thought of it sounded so grand.
Not for
We
me.
spent the rest of the night
For me, it's
talking
like,
about
yes,
travelling to exotic
I
lands.
sort of knew
How
that
we'd
I'd
made
need
people
to
we
do.
couldn't
I knew that
understand,
this would be a
we'd
thing,
ate
and
spicy
then
food until our faces flushed and the
efficiency.
sweat
I
ran
don't
down
know.
our backs.
Sometimes.
I don't think he knew how serious I was.
When it's
We
just
should leave
stuff
this
like
broken island while we
pathfinding
still have a
like this,
chance.
then it's I sort of like it when I find the solution before the problem. If it's more complicated things, then it can be a bit disappointing, yeah. Okay, so this is... Okay, so we're back here. So we went this way. So we went that way, and that went all the way around here in a circle. Okay, so that's one big circle. And this leads back to the... Does this go anywhere? No. And this leads to... thing. We went that way, so we haven't been this way. Turn this off, and turning that off should unlock this, and then I can turn it back on.
That clears the path.
Oh, it's already on. Okay, so now we go back to the bunker tunnel. Assuming I can turn this on. That looks like that fire's out. It's still sloshy in here, it hasn't frozen solid. Excellent. Okay. And there weren't any loose ends. I liked that it looked like there were other paths, but they went around in a loop. So I going north. We have a map. So we haven't gotten very far. We're definitely in Doha. There's been
Leonor!
Stanley? Hurry! The fire!
Listen to me! I have to leave you!
what?
Wait! No, you can't!
Those vents there!
Please!
If I just let the steam out, they'll keep the fire away from you. But I can't do it from here.
Don't leave! Not yet!
You'll be fine. I promise.
Unkeepable promises.
Please! Stay with me!
But he's...
Don't leave!
Where is she? What I could say is I can't get up there. I'm putting the fire out. Wow, one of our cargo boxes that isn't on fire.
Jesus Christ! I'm back to where I started.
Seriously? Are we? Oh, we don't want to go back up. Oh, we do. Hang on. Did I miss that the first time? Really? Is this really where we started? Well, let's have a key card this time. Come on, torch. Oh, I got another achievement, so we're moving further through the story. Uh-oh.
Fuck. It's burning outside. I'm freezing in here. It's so cold.
Yeah, that's hypothermia. See? Feeling of burning alive.
Oh, at least it's warm in here.
Containment door open.
This is the way. Step inside. No? No? Just no. Obviously not. Why on earth would that be there? No. That is the worst idea ever. I mean, this is obviously not real. Hello, this is a giant trap.
There's one.
I mean, it's in a prison cell. This is quite obviously a prison. Right.
Containment door locked.
Oh shit!
Stanley, oh, it's working. I know you can hear me. It's working. Come back to me, Stanley. Don't leave. Don't leave me, please. Come back.
Uh-huh. Well, foreshadowing.
The valve. Almost finished. It's too cold.
I didn't quite get there in time. So we'll find out in a minute. Oh, it may have been deliberately too far. My screen's just white. Am I meant to be doing something? I'm moving my mouse around. It. Well, the game hasn't crashed. But I can't do anything. Seems a little... Well, I'm very confused. Let's put it that way. Oh, I should have got a screenshot of the part of the fuselage with Fidelio written on it. That would have been a clever thing that people would have done if they were professional streamers. Yeah, I can't. I've got no movement. Oh, good. It's flicking at me. Thanks, Unreal Engine. It's pulsing green and pink and white at me. Nope, it's still pulsing green and pink at me. I can't play with like this. It's not showing up in it's not showing up in OBS. In OBS it just looks white, but on my monitor it is right now just unplayable. I can't see what's happening in OBS anymore. I can still see chat. I still can't do anything in the game. I'm just a blank white screen. Is it not loading? Is it broken? Who knows? Okay. Yeah, I could see the menus popping up in OBS. The screen now is straight white for me. It's stopped with the color flicking, which is fine. But I still... Yeah, the menu's fine. The background color is now fine again for me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, resume, but... Yeah, I have been methodical. I'm pressing W right now. I'm holding W down. I don't know what to do at this juncture. The game has been a bit odd at times, and that's fine. This is super odd. at least having the menu pop up means it hasn't crashed. So there's that. But yeah, I'm still holding down W and there's no sound, there's no feedback at all from the game. It's just completely white and silent. I think it might be. But when I died in that spot, previously when you die, it just respawns you at the last point. When I died, Leonore said, "Oh, Stanley," just as I was dying, which sounds like scripted. But well, there's no save option. I can quit. Where's my mouse? I don't have my mouse cursor. Here we go. So it's quit to desktop. There's no save. You can't save the game. I assume it auto saves for you. So I need to wait for Steam to finish syncing, probably. There's a bunch of nice screenshots that I took. I've got some new trading cards. All right. Oh, okay. Steam sync. Steam is syncing right now, but the frames in OBS are not dropping. Thankfully, because that's a thing that happens when I quit Skyrim. It syncs up to Steam, and oh wow, does my computer hate that, or my bandwidth at least. So that's slightly helpful. We'll see what happens. Alright, it's 90%, 92%, 94, 6, and it's finished syncing. Alright. There's 2 achievements left. Wait, what? One of the locked achievements is found a page from Leonore's journal. I've found dozens of them. And another one is surviving the plane crash, which we haven't done yet, obviously. Alright. Play it again. That is accurate, Methodium. Alright, let's see if it remembers. Alright, yep. Continue. Oh, I've still got the glitchy colors again. Alright. Okay. And then I'll try putting it back. No, it's color glitching again. I can't play with it like this. And I can't play with it like this because now I can't see OBS. Okay, finally, no color glitch. Okay. So where are we? Okay, we're running.
Fuck. It's burning outside.
Alright, we're at the start of this
Freezing in
section.
here. It's so cold.
There's a thing about hypothermia. We're back in here.
Oh. At least it's warm in here.
Alright. We've got the door that says, go in here. Said no way, but we did it anyway.
Containment door open.
There's one.
Okay. One.
Containment door locked.
Oh shit.
Stanley, oh, it's working.
So-
I know you can hear me. It's working. Come back to me, Stanley. Don't leave.
Okay, open this
Don't
door.
leave me, please. Come back.
Okay, running from here.
The valve. Almost finished.
I don't think there's any way of making it.
It's still cold.
Yeah. Yeah, that is, you cannot make that. That is scripted.
Stanley.
Yay, it works.
Even through these heavy stone walls.
Thank goodness,
I still
that was
hear your
so
voice.
annoying.
Even as this coal slips like a knife into my bones, I still feel you with me. And yet, here at the end, I hardly know where to begin. The words are difficult to say, but I think it's finally time I finish my unfinished story.
Going about the box of
Through all
sweets.
our years together, you must have known what I've done, but you never asked me about it, never accused me of anything, so I've never spoken the truth. After my father died, I wanted to lash out, and when Michael gave me a chance for revenge, I took it. But when I placed that bomb in the pub, I didn't
Gasp.
avenge my father. I betrayed him, and it's haunted my nightmares ever since. I feel the heat of the blast, hear the screams of the wounded. I can taste the dust and smell the blood. But all I can see is her little scarf like a crimson river flowing out of the rubble. Every night they return. Nightmares of her.
That's why there was a scarf in the tray.
I
That
see
was
her
obvious.
entering the pub, reaching up to hold her father's hand. I call out to her, don't go in, but she never hears. She always goes through that door. I didn't deserve the life you gave me, and you don't deserve the life I've given you. You rescued me from prison, but you've been paying for my sins ever since. You sacrificed everything to run with me. It's time you left my nightmares behind. Without me, you can be free. Without me, you can go home.
No, she can't. She really can't.
Leonore, you are my light. Goodbye.
And this might be the end of the game.
Go ahead, Rescue 1.
We have one survivor. Patient is female. She's slightly hypotensive at 90/60. Respiratory rate is 14 and O2 stats are good in the 90s. We've immobilized her leg and started warming measures. She's pretty blue, but she's still with us.
Dun dun dun. Hey, there's that torch. Ah, it's the end. We made it to the end. I can't click anything, it's fine. So I'm missing one of the achievements about finding the journal page, which is ridiculous because it's find a page in her journal. I found lots of pages in her journal. Was it find every page in her journal? I am not sure. That's going to annoy me, but I think I'll have no choice if I want to complete that, and I have a thing about completing things. I'm gonna have to do the whole thing all over again, and that's gonna suck. Not too bad overall, Mr. B. It was pretty decent. There are a couple of issues that I had with the game, obviously. Most of them use my diary to unlock your path. Right. We can't continue because it's finished. No, that's the wrong button. That's the button I'm looking for. Alright. So that's mostly it. Yes, let's quit the game. Thanks. Alright. Thank you for joining me this Sunday morning and now for something a bit different. It was a game that I'd been looking at, hadn't heard too much about. I don't like to hear too much about games before I play them because I don't like to be spoiled about what happens. Sorry to everybody who watches my streams. I'll be back tomorrow with more Skyrim. Where are we up to in Skyrim? You know what? We're still doing the Dark Brotherhood quests. It's time to kill the Emperor. Yay! Thanks Methodiel and Cider and Mr. B for being here, keeping me company on this sort of tepid Sunday morning, afternoon now. I have some stuff to do that's not playing Civ 6 for the next 10 hours. So I should probably get onto that. Yeah. Or I could... No. Yeah, I'll print some stuff out and I really need to track down some more things to audition for because I haven't auditioned for things this year. I haven't done a single audition this year and that's bad. I shouldn't be doing that. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you've been watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can follow me at CaptDaf on Twitch and Twitter to get notifications of when my stream does go live. Tomorrow morning, more Skyrim. Let's poison the Emperor. It certainly won't be 1 hour. No, I was up till 3-ish this morning. 2:30 or 3, I can't remember. I think it was nearly 3. When I finally went, no, Dave, stop, go to bed. And I did, and so that was good. But yeah, it's like I'm just not very good at Civilization. Like, it's on the easiest difficulty setting with 4 players, and it's like I'm barely eking out like a victory, sort of. It's like I'm just not very good at it, and I don't know why. I don't know if my setup is all wrong or something like that. But yeah, maybe I'm just never very good at it. I might need Civilization coaching. That might be a thing. There's an idea for a Sunday stream. Help Dave get good at Civilization. It'll be terrible. And again, I'm rambling, so I will go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, especially. Until I see you again next time, drive fast and take chances. Bye.